house, and mom is outside in the room that I was previously in it's too small for me and Osha, and dad is staying inside. So it's like, I'm like, you fucking married him. Why am I living in the house with him? You're the one that is his wife. If anything, you should be staying in that bedroom. Like, if you don't want to sleep with him, because I can understand not wanting to sleep with your partner, but like, you should be in the physical proximity of him if you have a relationship with him, not me. I'm sorry. And I feel like that has been really like infuriating for me on many degrees, and I don't feel comfortable having a sexual partner over at the house, and I don't want to have a partner over at the house.
Right. It's a real like buzzkill.
Yeah.
Just even be there.
I mean, I did when I was staying outside, and there was some time where I was still kind of with Brian, and like sometimes I would stay over and he would come and we would have sex outside of the house, but I think it was never like fully enjoyable, and I think it bothered him. And then dad did some weird shit where he was like praying in the yard, and I'm like, it's just like, that is my fucking trauma. Like, when I have sex, my dad is in the middle of the yard praying, and I'm like, and then like I've journaled, and like they've found, and like my journal can be pretty like, it's sexual. My journal, I channel a lot of sexual stuff in there. Juicy gems of like my sexual erotic fantasies that I just let exist on paper, and then it's like that gets picked, like I've thrown it away in the trash, and I walk into the kitchen and I see dad reading it. I'm like, I'm like, what are you doing? I said, like, don't read that shit. Like, if it's in the trash, it's in there for a reason.
Oh my god.
And so it's just, if that shit is frustrating, and I'm like,
oh my god.
I'm like, don't read it, please. Don't, like, and I found like a piece of paper that I had some shit written on, and it was in mom's room, and I'm like, guys, please, like, I have no boundaries. Do you not have any boundaries for your daughter? Like, can you just, like, not do that type of shit? It's like actually, like,
violation.
It's a violation in my opinion. Like, and they don't even realize how much they violate me on a daily basis.
No, dude. And I want to tell you, I have an insight about that sleeping arrangement, and I'll tell you in a minute. But first, can I interject a humorous story?
Yeah.
So, like, okay, like, remember when we had that dog, Happy?
Not so happy, but
he was happy.
I know, he
was so sweet. I wish he could have been saved and healed.
I know. So if we had a lot of money, maybe, but
yeah. But anyway, so Brian was over at the house, and we were back in the bedroom, and I gave him a blowjob, and like right as I Dad came in, and he was like, "Well, Happy's dead."
oh my god.
He was like, "We cremated Happy." And
Brian just opened the door and walked in.
No, he walked in the front door and said that to the whole house. And we were back in the bedroom, and I just finished the blowjob. And like, of course, like, this was like God's arranged comedy, because of course, like, Brian and I were like, just like, it was just too much.
Oh god.
Anyway,
Why does life have to be like that? I don't understand. Like, what is this? This is some like. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh god. Well,
but what I was gonna say, can I tell you?
Yeah.
All right.
Did you guys laugh, or what did you do?
Oh, I mean, it was just like, it was hysterical. Like, when I told it, I can't really do it justice, because I don't have Dad's, like, inflection, and how he came in and finishing the blowjob and having it be, like, really hot, and it's like, Happy's dead. Or we put down Happy. I don't know, it was just like, I don't remember how he said it, but like,
oh god.
And
but it's like sad also.
Of course. I mean, but it was just like all the layers of how absurd that all is. Like the sadness, his name being Happy, the blowjob, like my dad and the way his tone is, I mean, like, actually, when you're talking to me about all that shit, it's like terrifying. Like, it makes me terrified of losing my home, because I'm just like, oh my god, I can never, there is no way.
I am working on getting another home. Like, it's not about lack, it's about the next step of abundance, baby. So we are going to get out of this. I'm gonna figure it out hopefully with the Section 8 or something. Like I need a home. Like I'm without a home. I would consider myself without a home.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel
No, they call it doubled up, like they have a phrase for it, but I want to tell you about that boundary violation thing, okay? Because it's like, Phyllis is using you as a buffer
yes.
between, and that's what she used me as.
Yeah. And I'm like,
I was for the rage, like I absorbed a lot of I don't know how he's been.
Yeah, and she goes off and she babysits for other kids, which it's fine, but I really don't want to be there. Like nothing, it's fine, I love Dad, but like I'm a grown-ass woman and I want to be able to operate like a woman and not go into like this child mode.
Yeah.
And being a woman doesn't mean like suffering in society either. It means like everything is provided for. It doesn't mean you operate like a man to be out in the world, and I did that for a really long time. I was doing something that was like very feminine and beautiful, but
I think ballet is masculine, dude.
Yeah, I was in survival mode.
It is beast mode. It is I saw this description of it and it said that like ballet is something that is like blunt force being made to look delicate, like kind of thing.
Oopsie. Is it okay?
Like, but it's like, it's comparable to football. And
I think there's a way to enjoy like classical style movement without it being like so hard, and like in kind of retraining myself, I am trying to find that.
Right.
I don't know if it exists, but I think that there is a way to do it. But yes, in the way that I did it for many years, it was that. And I never really had a strong base. I didn't. I hopped around from company to company, and I didn't have a home that was, a home.
You were a vagabond.
I was a vagabond.
Yeah.
And I would like to be able to have a roof over my head, or an apartment that is, paid for, and I don't have to worry, and I don't have to live with my parents, and I get to have my identity as a woman allowed to exist. And I think I will do better in relationship because I won't attract toxic relationships with men that mirror this dynamic. I'll attract a relationship that actually sees me for everything I am, even if I do still have my inner child present with me, but she can't, like, that doesn't need to be like running the show. And I'm tired of living with them, really. I'm very tired. And
I was worried about you,
yeah, it's been rough, and it's also rough because Mom takes over the role of taking care of Osha, and because I'm not gonna fight to get Osha's attention. If he's gravitating towards her, he's gonna go towards her. And
it's undermined.
I need a separate space to be the mom that I want to be, and then they can have a relationship outside of that relationship that I have with my son. But I don't feel like bonded with him necessarily because of this current dynamic.
Yeah.
And then I get depressed, and then Dad's yelling at me because I'm depressed and on my phone, and I'm like, and telling me that, like, I don't want to be a mother, and I'm like, but I do. There's a part of me that is a mother. I'm a complex person. There's other parts of me that has to exist as well. But I am a mother, and there is a part of me that wants to do that, but I can't. You don't see it because it's a different dynamic when I'm living at your house.
Right, no, dude, I get it. Like, they're dysfunctional. I'm sorry, Dee Dee. It's just, when you come, I know that me staying away is the healthiest thing I can do, and it's the healthiest thing I can do for you. And it's like, I'm also, even over here, it's like I'm still affected in a way by those dynamics, Like, it's like, I'm not totally healed in my nervous system, because it's like, I still feel like
And
there's a looming threat. Like, I still sometimes feel that way. Like, it's like, you know, it
Yeah.
was such a traumatic thing. I mean,
I wonder, you know, because as far as like intergenerational households, you know, where does the line drawn for that? You know, because
the thing is, here's the deal. You're your own individual, and I talked about this with Shane. You have the rules for your life. I don't give a fuck if in China, Europe, Italy, whatever, they live in the integrated parents. That's not me.
Yeah.
That's not what I need physically. That's not what I need mentally. That's not what I need energetically, emotionally. Like, maybe it's because of all the trauma. Maybe it's just like, I'm a hermit.
Yeah.
I need my spot. I'm very, very, very sensitive to people's energy.
Yes.
Okay? Like, I want to tell you, I woke up the other night. The reason I knew that they had snuck out was because the house felt still energetically. And that's how I knew.
Yeah.
I can tell if someone's in the fucking house,
Yes.
door shut, everything.
Yep.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I have to have a safety. And I mean, for me, it's also like living in a city, living around people. Like, I need to be like, at the very least, in a context like the one I'm in right now, you know, where it's like a separate house, right?
Yeah, I think that, you know, I mean, especially in this situation, I can't speak for other people, but for myself, I feel like you should be able to walk into a government office and go, I'm homeless, I have a child, and they immediately get you a fucking apartment. They don't put you in a shelter, they get you an apartment. They
Agreed.
get you a
Shelter
home.
is trauma.
Yeah.
Shelter is trauma.
Yeah, they get you a home and they're like, here you go, here are the keys, you're in there today. And that is, we are gonna make sure mamas have food and home, shelter.
And they're not forced to keep their income at destitute levels
Yes.
of nothing beyond barely having enough food, not even being able to buy sneakers for their kid, what the fuck ever. Like, that's bullshit. That's evil.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, it's just, that should be the way that it is, and it shouldn't be any other way. And
can I stop now?
are we gonna? Okay, yeah. I mean, this is fun.
It's very fun. I'm feeling a little drained though, and I want to kind of
Okay.
stretch, and I want you to rinse the conditioner out of your hair.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I love you.
Okay, love you. Ciao. Nice session.
Wonderful.